is searching, it's so hard to find. Yeah, a girl who's one of a kind. Just being alone just isn't cool. You know it ain't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. Darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Let's get it now. I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot, beat. Let's get it now.
In the world of champions, the journey is never easy. It's about pushing limits, overcoming obstacles, and finding strength with every heartbeat. Sometimes your goals seem impossible. But together, we shatter limits. Whatever your sport, whatever your goal, we go beyond your limits together.
Welcome back to another day of Voltage League. We have two very exciting matches for you today. Starting off, we're going to have the current leader, that is Wild Academy, going up against Diavoli, who surprised all of us with how enjoyable they were to watch in the last play day. And then our second match of the day will be between second place ITB Academy and third place Bon Voyage. So that is going to be a very important match that's going to really influence how the entire group stage is going to look and how that podium is going to look like right now. But of course, I can't do all of this on my own. So let's bring in our two wonderful casters for today that are going to be guiding you for all of the amazing action in these two matches. Necris and Bullet. How are you guys?
I am feeling great. How are you, Bullet?
I'm just doing absolutely fine. It's good to be back for Voltage Legion. Another play day for Voltage League. And since the last time I casted, probably 2 weeks, and I'm quite surprised the way how entire standings has been changed. I mean, Wild Academy were they at the top of the table since the start, but ITB Academy at second, Lenovo Legion all the way to fourth place, and I'm pretty surprised to see Divoli dropping down to the fifth place. So yeah, a lot of changes coming to the overall standing for this season. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep, and it's going to change even more after today, especially with that ITBA versus Bon Voyage match. But like I said, that's going to be the dessert for today. We have to start with the main course, and that's going to be Wild Academy versus Diavoli. And of course, we have to figure out where we'll be going for that very first matchup. It is just a best of one, so we're going just to one map. And that map, which you two will have to cast, is going to be Clubhouse with Wild on attack. What do you think about this choice?
Well,
I'm
we
not
have seen
surprised.
Wild Academy. Necklace, if you want to start, please.
Actually, the less I talk about Clubhouse is better. Actually, not one of my
Okay.
favorite maps. So yeah, you go on ahead, man. I bet you have some nice things to say about this.
No, I love this map. Not gonna lie, since I'm pretty sure like the entire rework was done in year 5. Some reworks were done in year 6. Like Clubhouse has been through reworks since since Siege came out in 2015. But keeping the reworks and everything aside, it's one of the most, I would say, balanced map in my opinion. Comes down to the competitive Siege strat. But I'm really surprised to see Divoli banning Border, and I'm also surprised to see Wild Academy going into ban Chalet. We have seen Wild Academy playing bonkers, like playing like crazy on a map of Chalet. I have also seen Wild Academy playing very bonkers on the map of Nivern. So I was not expecting that Wild Academy would go for or maybe decide the entire meta that they want to go on to play on the map of Clubhouse. I was expecting Cafe, Border, Night Haven. I was expecting Lair to come up, but yeah, this is it. But for the side of Divoli, it's going to be very hard because we have seen Wild Academy. They're playing like crazy. They're playing like anything in this overall Voltage League. They haven't even lost one single game out there. So it's going to be really hard for the side of Divoli to especially even defend on a map like Clubhouse, which is, I would say some of the sides are pretty much a defender sided.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though. Lair's never gonna come up, my friend. Lair never comes up, and nobody cares
It
about
came,
Lair.
it came. Probably there
One
was
out
1
of
week
one out
before.
of 15 or something. Yeah, sure, why not? But okay, I
Okay.
mean, I guess we are finally going to the team cards. Let's see what's in the cards for that.
Yeah, we're gonna see where these players gonna come up from. As you can see, also see their Twitter handles. But most important one for the side of Wild Academy, their placement standing is going to be number one. They have a win rate of 64%, which is I believe is the total number of rounds that they have won for the entire matchup. Like I said, Chalet is one of their best map. They play like crazy, but one of their worst map is gonna be Bank. Even I don't like Bank. Not gonna lie, even I don't like Bank. I lost 2 matches today, by the way. Today morning I was playing rank on my Bank.
It happens. You get spawn peaked enough times and you hate it forever. And I think that is life. But you know what's life? I think Wild Academy, their best map is Chalet, which I respect because Chalet is that very, very contentious map. I feel
Yes.
many
Yes.
teams, it's like everyone's good at it. So who is the
Mhm.
best at it, right? And that's a bigger
Mhm.
question. It's not like you're the best at Night Haven because it's such a one-sided map. Some teams absolutely hate it, some teams absolutely love it. But Chalet, it's very contented, and the same goes with Diavoli. They're both the best at Chalet, and it's funny that neither of them decided to play Chalet in the end. So yeah, the worst being
Probably some
Cafe for Diavoli.
Yeah, probably some secret tracks coming out here on the map of Clubhouse. As I'm not able to recall, not gonna lie, I'm not able to recall when did Wild Academy played on a map like Clubhouse, or maybe even Typoli played last time. I don't recall. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be pretty fresh to see how these both of these good teams and fine teams gonna approach the map of Clubhouse. But let's take a look on the entire lineup as well. We do see Bumsy, Ivan, Sneak, Karen, and Matt's coming in. I guess Matt's gonna be the other guy to come up from the side of Wild Academy. I haven't seen Maps playing lately from the side of Wild Academy, but for the side of Oli, it's gonna be the usual: Frey, Scyther, Alzet, Cruz, and Devil. Now, the key players to look out for, in my opinion, is going to be Bumsy. We have seen Evan going for those clutches. We have even seen Sneak coming in from side Divoli. As I can remember, Scyther is going to be the guy to go bonkers, man. We also seen the side of Devil. As far as I remember, not really Frey. I've seen not in on his best performance, but Devil and the other guy are just insane. Let's also take a look at the staff prediction. Of course, it's just going to be our
Very
observer
one-sided.
to
Very
very one-sided.
one-sided.
Yes, it's going to be the side of Timash, but it's on the basis of stats. While Academy is going to it is the team to not just not even lost one single game. Of course, they have lost a lot of rounds though. But as far as I can remember, the only team who came in very close to challenge them on towards the very edge that they lost a map, that was Bon Voyage.
Hmm.
Bon
I'll tell
Voyage, and they
you.
also lost against ITBA at the very beginning as well. So those are the only two teams that they kind of struggled with. But apart from that, it's just been smooth sailing
Yeah.
for Wild Academy. So obviously we have pretty high
Yes.
hopes for this. But we do know that Diavoli can also be really surprising kind of play. So it's still going to be a very kind of don't want to say close, but definitely interesting. Final kind of score predictions, if you want to give one before we go in.
It's Wild Academy for me.
Seventh,
It's Wild Academy.
7-3.
7-3. Okay,
7-3,
okay.
7-3 for the side of Wild Academy. Yeah, I think that's good. That's what's gonna
I'm
happen.
not gonna be 7-3, 7-6, 7-6. I think yes, we're gonna see some good challenge coming in from side of Divoli.
7-6 doesn't necessarily happen because 6 is overtime. I think.
6
Yeah,
overtime.
So,
Sorry.
I was gonna
Apologies.
say
Five.
that's not a
7-5.
possible
7-5.
score.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 7-4 or 7-5. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, now let's see exactly how true these predictions are as we go into our first game. Guys, take it away.
Yes, folks. Thank you so much for the lovely hosting, Avrona. Thank you so much. I love to see this source integration coming up here at the Voltage League. But yes, before we jump into the game, actually, we're gonna jump into the game pretty soon as we see the breed rolls coming in. But Netris, how you gonna see like I mean, you play Rainbow Six Siege, you love Rainbow Six Siege as far as I can remember. But let me tell you your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about these two teams playing on the map of a clubhouse? But also, let's take a look at the map bans. Sorry, the operator bans as well.
I'm pretty sure the both the shields are going to be banned. At least one shield is definitely going to be banned. So I'm not going to. Yeah, see that there goes the Monty. So Clubhouse is like super basic when it comes to banning, right? You get the shields out,
Yes.
you get probably an Azami out or like a Fender, and you just have all the corners completely taken care of. And yes, you just want to have a very systematic type of attack. You don't want to push it too fast, especially when it comes to basement plants. But even when it comes to 1F, yeah, fine. I am not surprised to see the Grim either. That has become another very effective operator on this map. It's very situational, and this is one of those maps which it becomes quite good. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
there is, I don't think, I mean, I hate to say it, but to my eyes at least, Clubhouse isn't that diverse a map with different play styles. It
Yeah, I agree.
unfortunately boils down to just a couple of tactics that either the attack uses, because it's a very defensive map. The defenders don't have a strat other than just having two roamers and just hunkering down, and the attackers
Mm-hmm.
have to like really figure everything out. But yeah, it just, you have to have, okay, they'll have a blitz, they'll have like a Flores, they'll have one ace, one ash, and something like that, like, yeah. But then again, these guys pick Blackbeard, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
I mean, we might see the attacker repick that is in players. They can still go for grab the intel, grab the information during the preparation phase, and they can still change up their operators. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. But if Sneak Sign is gonna play with Blackbeard, uh, it's going to be interesting. But we have seen Bumsy playing with Ram. We have seen Ivan going for those flexible roles. We have also seen Max being the guy, you know, also sometimes pick Sled. Sometimes he goes for the Buck. Sometimes also go for Maverick here and there. So that's going to be the play. But like you said, I feel like maybe this time around, Wild might not go so potentially good, or maybe not be the team to just rely a lot on Shield, because as far as I'm able to recall, they played as the shield operators. They picked up these blades and Monty quite less from what I'm able to remember in their previous set of games. But as
This
we speak, folks, round number one action phase begins. And we do see from the side of Davoli, we have Mute, we have Mira, we have Warden, the classic as usual defensive based operator. You need two anchors, you need some of those intel deniable operators. We do see a lot of Azami plays happening in, and they, especially some of these maps where you have a lot of these close quarter angles happening in.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I'm not surprised they switched to the Ash. They have one Breacher, they have an Ash, and they have a Buck. So a lot of vertical control. They have a Ram too. So they really have to do something about this, because it's a basement plant. The control from like upper side, especially the hatches, it's imperative. You have to be very careful, and especially when it comes to defenders, most of these defenders are going to stay on site. Like there's one Warden who's going to be roaming. Otherwise, not really. Azami is going to be like probably posted a bit outside the side, but not really too far out. Probably near garage. Usually holds garage that way. But that's how it is. It's a very close situated thing. So you have to know that some things are taken care of. And just like that, a couple of shots going out, and instantly the hatch is another point of contention. The ace loses a lot of, not the ace, Ash loses a lot of health. The mirror, he is in a gunfight, but that gunfight doesn't really result into anything. It's just more people running around shooting bullets and breaking the architecture of this very beautiful design country outskirts home. Unfortunately.
At this point of time, I'm not really surprised. Take a look. They only have 4 C4s. All they need to do is just let them come. Let them come to your vicinity. Let them come to your close proximity. Pop a C4. When they go for plant, pop another C4. You have 4 freaking C4s. 4 freaking nitro cells. It's more than enough. It's more than enough to take the entire team out. They're just waiting in, and it's going in for the shallow roam, or maybe completely being on the roll kind of roaming kind of a role. But we do see the side of Mira getting down. Probably there was coming in from the side of Ash, or probably controller. We don't see the first peak happening in. Mister, the another C4 goes outside. It's gonna connect this time to 30 seconds left on the clock. Lumina takes on the side of Karen. Another trade fire comes up. Another C4 thing in a 1v3 scenario. What a flick. Makes it a 1v2 now. 105 HP. It's gonna be a 1v1, folks. Azami is in DBNO state. So yeah, right. Just still wait out. Oh, very low in HP, just one, but he still makes it. Bats going bonkers.
This guy is insane. And I was, while he was saying it's the 1v1, I was blow this thing wide open. And he did. No matter what you really have, I mean, I don't know. It seems almost like the strat of constant pressure it's just working. And now you have a but you lost the round on basement. That's kind of an L, man. I mean, you really don't lose rounds on clubhouse basement. So if you did, that shows serious chinks in your armor. And now these guys are armed to the teeth. They're thinking, I mean, last time they kind of decided against the Blackbeard. Maybe this time to switch him back again. But I think, yeah, a couple of switches. This Blackbeard seems to be like there to stay.
I feel.
He really wants to play
I
this.
feel like when you are going, when the opponent team is going in for the CCTV. Apologies for once again. Yeah, when we do see the side, the defensive side going for the CCTV and cashing, they are such tight angles. I feel like it's. I feel like it's viable to pick an operator like Blackbeard, which gives you kind of like an extra protective cover when you're peeking those over the tight angles here and there. But right now, we do see again attacker repeat getting in play and going in for the ace pick again, choosing over the side of Blackbeard.
And I'm just okay. I don't want this to be a repeat of the first round. I don't want any sloppy pickoffs here and there. So yes, if someone's peeking through the hatch, you better get the peek there right now. Your Devoli, the pressure is on them right now. These guys are favorites, right? Wild. I'm pretty sure these guys are favorites. Devoli, they have like a mountain to climb right now. They have something to prove here, and they're pretty close to it. Kite falling dangerously low, 33 health. And okay, he gets something in return. Matt Squente, he goes down to Lumina, and that's a good shot, straight to the head. But the Thatcher, he has hit the Kaid, and there's a couple of jiggling going on here. But let's see if something happens post that, because no matter how many people Wild seems to lose, they just always have enough.
I'm surprised to see that kill, but anyway, I'm not going to talk about it because that was not necessarily. Anyways, match was going to be the hero guy, but we do see the pickoff coming in from Tama. It goes for a double though. What Sneaks now also takes in the control is going to be really hard for the side of Scyther. She does have the SNG-11 in her hand though. Got to be really careful of the window angle. She peeks in.
Q,
Oh,
right?
what?
God.
How?
I mean,
You had. It's gonna be a 1v3 again, folks. Davoli in a pretty tight spot. It's gonna be the side of getting to go in for the plant. The C4 might connect, and it will a double with the C4. Whoa! Coming all the way from the construction room, he gets that diffuser. He's still going in for the plant. Now she has no C4 to pop off. She's going in. Oh, it's very easy.
Oh, he gets it.
Boy, are you serious, Wild Academy? Are you serious? A quad kill, another 4-kick clutch incoming in, but this time around, vice versa situation. This time around is going to be our guy Kush playing from the side of Devotees. This time is going to be the defensive team to take in the clutch. Back-to-back clutches coming in, folks. And this is why I said, apologies, I did say 7-6. I was just, we're excited to just say this is going to be a very close game. Of course, I picked up the side of Wild Academy for a reason. We all know they are the table toppers right now, top of the food chain, top of the mountain. But I love to see this kind of fight. And again, the same thing, man. They have what? 3-1. Correct me if I'm wrong. They have 4 C4s again, probably 3 C4s again this time around. 4, yeah.
And okay, so here's the thing, right? While you think this is close, I think Wild just dropped the ball really hard on that one. This game was in the bag. The double kill on the C4 should not have happened. But having said that, both of them had very sloppy first rounds.
Yes,
Here,
I agree.
I'm waiting, right? I'm waiting for these guys to kind of get in the groove, get into the warm-up phase, like completely just, they're in the zone. Once they're in the zone, then we'll see who's who. And I stand by my prediction, by the way. I think there's going to come a time, especially when it comes to Wild AC. Like, okay, get this. Any points on attack is a huge win. To win on this map on attack, it's a task. Especially on teams, if you truly, like, as you said, if they are more or less evenly matched, attack is going to be super difficult. It's like mostly it becomes like a defense trading round. Everyone just like switches to defense and wins a couple rounds and passes it back. So that's what keeps happening. But if Wild get more wins here, they could completely steamroll this into a victory. Completely.
Yeah, that is that again. That is the main challenge, right? For the side of Davoli, they know for a fact that these guys are hunters, right? They're gonna come, they're gonna challenge you for most of the gunfight, and we have seen that. I've seen in a lot of matches Wild Academy when they know for a fact that I'm not saying a disrespectful way to any of the teams, but they know for a fact that hey, we can just pass this team, we can just streamload this team, make it to a 7-1, make it to a 7-2 victory, an easy victory. We have seen them challenging for more of these gunfights rather than going for the strategical and tactical play. Maybe this is the thought process coming for the side of Davoli as well. They know for a fact that Wild Academy is a pretty good team when it comes down to winning the gunfight, when it comes down to challenging for these gunfights. And this is what I was talking about. You don't want to challenge an Ash, especially the side of Sneak Sand, who was the MVP guy for a fact that one week before he popped up 17 kills if I'm not wrong in one of the matches where I was casting Voltage League here at the desk. But anyways, 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining on the clock. No more Mira, but the Black Window's still gonna be alive. Nobody has taken care of that though. For the side of Frey, she's gonna be the guy to covering up the oil pit.
I'm like, again, this is the second time on basement, and
Yes.
this time there's a Ying. Okay, this time there's like holes in the bloody floor. There's a Ying. He's gonna throw
Yeah,
the
Thatcher again.
throw the freaking flash balls down. And then she throws absolutely, and that's what happens, right? It's a Kodak moment, as they say. You get clipped and you get shot in the face. So,
love the metaphor, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a cultural thing. Yeah, we always we grew up with this, and I feel my favorite Kodak moment is always Blitz, but I think I can give this one to Ying. Ying in this particular matchup, especially versus like things like Warden or like Valkyrie for that matter, it's difficult to get anything off. But at the same time, these guys, if they've really positioned themselves well with the Thatcher, with the Ram creating chaos, with the Ace creating chaos, with the Buck here creating chaos, and obviously Ash just going in. Look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about.
But they have Warden.
It's fine. It's fine. Everyone's low, but they're getting the better of the trade. And look at it. AFN just walks in and just shoots them. That's home defense. And holy hell, he's just going in and planting. Right now, it's an Ash and a Ying alive. Both of them are very healthy. And like that, Azami, one stray shot to the stomach will do him in. And I think more or less, that's how the engagements are going to go on. But no, Lumina, he wants to take something, but he gets traded out. That's a double kill for Wild. And will he get more? He will. It's attackers. Taking round 3.
I don't know as a caster is it correct to say it was a very, very edgy round. Maybe it was a very, very close round. I can just say what a very interesting. But what was that? It could have been so bad for the side of Wild. It could have been so bad. Kudos to Warden though. Of course, his glance glasses does have the ability to just deny all of the flashes and smokes coming in. But this was a very close round for the side of Wildcat. It could have been another big cheeky blunder. We would have saved. The second round that double kill C4 that C4 could have got a double kill. This is what I was talking about. The guy took in rotation towards the 90 hallway. Got caught off. Then the Azami came in towards making it a trade. Then sneaks on towards for the trade. But maybe you can say there was a very, very small, very minute delay in the call which came in, because I was expecting the last guy to peek aggressively with the guy holding the blue rooms and blue stairs angle.
Yeah, I mean it all boils down to that.
I was anticipating that. I was really anticipating that he knows for a fact that the guy just took and trade. That guy could have gone for the call out, and I was hoping that was a win coming from side of Davoli.
I don't know. I mean, Davoli, they are
Boss G. Okay.
That's the thing, dude. I think this is like meta right now, and I've recently converted to it. I've rarely seen this work that much, but for a spawn peak, hell yes, it works. If this works for them, like if someone walks in here, this could be a huge pick off. Like any single. Oh no, there was almost something, but then nothing. The Boss G, it's a very like Speaking of, your front door is getting knocked down there, and your visual is waiting near garage. There's literally nobody near garage. The fender gets popped. People are getting shot here. But at the same time, the amount of space Wild has made, they've not taken any egregious angles, no risky stuff. They're just moving in a very systematic way. And here he is. Like, this guy, he knows, he can smell it. He can smell the boss G around the corner. And he's going to run. Okay. Couple of shots going out again, but nothing really panning out. And okay, he switches to the SMG. High recoil, but still very effective. The pancakes are guarding the Azami, but will the pancakes be enough? Because usually the Azami, yes, he guards garage, but is it going to be enough when the rest of your bloody site is going down? As I speak at Matsquente, he finds Dunlim. And one man down, that's a fender down that too. So no one to trigger the traps with the new patch. And here you are. You just have to really bide your time here. People have made their way into this bloody place, right? And now even one more pickoff can spell the doom of Diavoli because their complete site is so spread out.
I love the way how Wild Academy are so good with their overall time plays and simple with just time management. They don't waste their time making entry. They don't waste their time gathering the intel in the preface. They don't waste their time, just pass on the information to their teammates. And this is how you actually play it. They have enough time. I mean, 50 seconds is more than enough to make the execution. Not gonna lie. Already in a man advantage. Already making the situation to 5v4. Fenrir is out though. But we do see the side of this is what I was talking about. I thought maybe Sneak Sang got a hell of it, but Ma's gonna be there to pick the side of Koos. Right now, still advantage being on the side of Wild Academy. 38 seconds left. We do see the firebolts coming in. After that, we'll see the smokes. But unfortunate TK, but Garen will get the kill of Alzet. Azami in garage, Vigil in cast room, Boss G still online. Maybe they know for a fact that Boss G is going to be real close. Frey gets one, making it a 2v2. Scyther gets another one. The garage angle still being there. It's very hard for the Scyther.
Whoa!
There you go. Boss G doing the trick. Not gonna lie though, I was very very skeptical of for the fact that Vigil has gone for Boss G. I know for a fact that has been popping off very lately when Boss G got the ACOG back, but this is kind of like a little bit disrespectful. This is actually when we are able to get a Boss G kill when your players are so close. It's a little bit disrespectful. They are like, hey bro, you wanna come and peek a Boss G? There you go. I wanna straight up gonna do your headshot like that.
I mean, see, at the end of the day, I think, the Boss G is effective, but the reason I've not seen it work that much is because teams are a bit more systematic when dealing with it. Like, you don't just have one person lying on the floor in clear view and you get shot on your head. It doesn't necessarily happen. But I want to say this though. The way that TK really ruined everything. It was so good up till then. They had picked off enough people, they had opened up the site, they were moving in.
Yeah.
But it was, see, mistakes like these is what costs you that very clean finish that you want. But while I say this, Devoli really well played. I have to say, every time they never push their advantage, never really completely go out of cover and try to take risky peaks. No shenanigans like that. So they're playing very conservatively, and I really respect that because
Yes.
they know what's at stake here. And speaking of at stake, Dunlim gets shot by Wild instantly. So yeah, I guess he didn't get the memo, but the IGL must be yelling at him similarly. But it's fine. Spawn peak, that's the hero gig. It has to, part of the journey is the end. So you kind of just start and die with a bullet in your head as soon as the round starts, and you have to watch and give comms. Hey, you wanted someone on the cameras, right? So here you go. Now you have someone to watch the cameras, and you have one extra eye. So yeah, that's quite a solid start for Wild AC again. Let's see if they screw this up or do they win this one.
For the side of Wild Academy, of course, I was not expecting that Scyther, a guy like Scyther would go for a spawn peak like that. I know you have such a powerful shotgun that we, as South Asian players, call it a sniper shotgun. I call it very often. But anyway, that's gonna be a very early 5v4 though, which I was not expecting. Devoli are able to gather themselves, are able to gather that confidence and momentum to their side as soon as these later part of the rounds are coming in. But that's gonna be another kill. Ace is now going to take out Warden. Now that's gonna be very effective though. all of these flashbangs. We do see them having in two of the players having three actually flashbangs, and then two of the flashbangs, and then you have Candelas, that we have smokes. It's gonna cause a lot and a lot of trouble. You still have the Val cams, I feel, but Val is gonna be the player to play on the first. So maybe
Whoa.
that C4 can do a lot of things though. Q's gonna take out the side of Mansquente. The guy got the 4K in the first round. Gonna be the really good cheeky kill, but Q's goes for another one. Bumsy takes out the side of Frey, making a 1v3 now. All hands down to Devoli once more. Maybe this would be a first 5K. This will be a first ace clutch. C4 can connect. Popping off a pretty
No,
good.
he saw it. Yeah. Okay, I think right now the game has to slow down a bit. They have to take their time, get the diffuser down, probably mind an angle because the Mira has to move out, and soon enough he makes the mistake. I think the Mira should have stayed in cover, waited for the plant to go down, and kind of slowly gone out. This very hasty move out may not have been the best decision, and well, Wild takes advantage of this. You get shot, and look at the amount of peaks they did, and every single peak was successful. I mean, even the person, even the person who died, it was almost like it was worth it, right? He got the peak, he got the information for the second one, which his teammate was super fast at taking. Very, very clean round. And this is something I've come to see with Wild. Like, these guys, once they get into that tempo, they just roll through it.
It's not going back. Yeah. But I have to appreciate this Ado Devil. Even after one of the first guy that was sighted to go down, every other kill came off pretty well. Of course, that was a triple kill coming off from the side of Mira, but I love how they have just able to just gather themselves around, even if they don't have that entire 5v5 situation happening in a balanced way. But I have to appreciate that the efforts overall. But for now, we'll go to see the side of the 6th round, going back toward the side of Arsenal, and this apologies folks, or Armory and the church area, apologies. Arsenal, when did that
for a second I thought you were talking about football, but then there is an Arsenal here, so yeah.
Apologies. But yeah, folks, this is gonna be the last round for the side of our academy to be on the attacking side, and Devoli is gonna be the last round to be on the defense. After that, we will see the swap happening, and so I feel like yes, Devoli can still make it a 3-3. Looking at the entire pattern, 2 rounds here, 2 rounds there, I feel like yes, this might be a round coming in, round victory coming in for the side of Devoli, but can't really predict it. Oh, we do see Devils playing aggressively towards the kitchen angle. Maybe she can take out 1 or 2. But slowly, steadily, she's gonna go back towards the central stairs, the main stairs that connects towards the kitchen 90 hallway. But let's see.
I am excited. Devoli, again, they have stuck with their lineup. This is what really gets me going. I feel you don't switch it up, right? You switch up your style of play, you iron out the mistakes, you don't blame the lineup. You guys have the right operators for the job. You just have to play it that way. And I think the same I can say with Wild, apart from like an exception of 1 or max 2 operators. Speaking of Lumina, again, getting shot by Sneak Sun instantly. And I have to say that this start with a dead mute, this really puts everything into perspective, because this guy needed to be hanging around very, very far away to be getting shot. So yeah, already a bit out of position. The mute needs to be like a bit closer to the side, but it's okay. Maybe we get something more here. All the floors getting opened up, complete control, and now Ram is going to throw the lawnmower in. He's going to mow a couple of lawns, mow a couple of floors, open it up for redevelopment and reinitiation. And okay, nice. So he's going to play. Okay, that's pretty weird. I've never really seen a Ram being used just for that, but there's a first time for everything. And it's a very efficient way, come to think about it, because you don't really risk anything and you kind of work like an Ash. But yeah, kind of a waste of the lawnmower. But hey, what the hell? You have the buck to open everything up.
From what I'm able to understand, that entire boogie drone causes a lot of I would say the overall audio cue noise, and it comes down that if somebody's trying to push, you can't really hear it. So that might be the case, but I can be wrong. Drop down comes in, 2 more kills coming in for the side of Divoli. 27 seconds left on the clock. A retreat comes in. Devil stays on the side of Canada. Another TK. Why?
Oh god,
making it a 1v2. Sorry for the sound, but that's gonna be Divoli. You make a mistake, the other team capitalizes on it. That's gonna be Rainbow Six Siege for you.
This is the second time this has happened, man.
This is really bad. I have to say, the first one, of course, everybody can understand. Things happen. Pressures happen, but this was no comments. Just want to say that was a pretty bad move right there. I just want to say for the South Wild Academy, you are the table toppers. You are the better ones for now, as how you are able to play in these very very close rounds. But just play it cool. Just play it calm. Just play it cool. Don't do TKs. Come on.
Yeah, and I mean that was a bit hasty. It wasn't a TK because he was trying to get a kill and he just stepped in the middle. I think he just panicked and kind of shot everything in his vicinity. And unfortunately, I guess for the most part, it was going well for Wild, and it would still be. They've only they got a couple of kills, right? But it was still even. And I think in an even setting, Wild they get it, but they lost this one, so they're tied 3-3. They're into defense. Now here's the trick: to go to defense from attack, I don't think it's really that much of a problem. Going from attack, going from okay, I may have said it the wrong way. Going from attack to defense, not that hard. Going from defense to attack, quite a different shift in tempo. You have to play a very, very differently. But I like the way they're starting. They have a sledge, they have a lion, they have a blitz. Very aggressive.
Yes. I'm pretty sure they were here to win maximum number of rounds. Oh! Scyther takes in Bumsy. A second kill coming. Where are the C4s? Pop it one. Please take out this blitz. Oh, and the C4 gets spot. Doesn't connect.
Oh,
But he's gonna get popped up with this SMG. Devil's gonna be the guy to take down the side of Mutas playing on the second floor though. Making it a 3v3 very quickly. I like this approach, not going to lie. You have the confidence to push a team like Wide like that. It tells a lot about the entire scenario and entire synergy between the side of Divoli and the attacking side. But let's see how you're going to convert this 3v3 onto your side. Or maybe this would be another round coming into the favor of Wild Academy. But as you know, folks, the first half is already over. A bit of an aggressive peak. Maybe that was not needed. Not a sneaky play. But he's going to be the guy to get taken down. Making it a 2v3 now. Divoli still has the chance. All they need to do is just gather some more info. You have 2 land scans. You have, of course, a lot of these TNTs left. But that land scan is going to do wonders for you when you're trying to take an entry towards the 90 hallway.
I have to say, I'm super impressed with the way Diavoli has adapted. Like, as
Yes.
I said, it's very, very difficult
Yes.
to come out of defense and go into attack and then be like, keep that tempo. But they started with such dominance. My God, Scyther he just killed people, man. He just went in, bashed one with the shield, shot the other, and he was completely opening everything up for the rest of his team. Look at this. As an attacker, you have 3 versus 2.
Oh.
This is always good. But hey, you're getting pinged, and all that he
No.
finds Mats. Now 1 versus 3. That's not going to be enough. Diavoli,
Nice.
take the 7th round.
I have to give the same thing, man. Kudos to +100, kudos +100 auras, whatever punchline is trending right now. I have to say, major W for the side only how they have adapted. I love the confidence coming from Scyther, but this blitz charging in pretty early in the round is not gonna work every time in the every other round. So they have to think of some extraordinary approach, some of the pocket strat they want to do. But this time we do see the side Wild Academy again going in for the basement objective. Interesting. I was expecting that they might pick CCTV and cash, but we don't see the side of Blitz. We don't see getting the side of Blitz getting played. We do see, of course, the one and the only Demos getting picked from the side of W. And I have to tell you, Demos is one of the best operators that you can play on a map like Clubhouse, especially when the other team is on the basement side. You have a lot of these penetrable vertical angles that you can make from kitchen, from where you're on towards the hallway area, up on towards the upper side of the church hallway. And you have still a lot of these, openings that you can make on towards the side of this when you're trying to go on towards the blue room. So there are a lot of these really good and beautiful ways how you can make the most of an operator like Demos. But as I was speaking of Demos, I completely missed out the guy switched out to Ace.
Yeah, all that for nothing, Bullet. My God. But hey, you know what? In the end, it was a nice kind of rant, dude. I like that you really are such a fanboy of Demos. And hey, in his name, Devils, he will shoot the Wamai, the guy who replaced him. See, he got punished. It was God's wrath, and that happened. So yeah, no Demos, and yeah, I'm glad that Diavoli they have punished them in such a way. See, you can be effective without a demos. You don't have to listen to what Bullet says. You're
Yes.
a good team. You're a good team, and you can do this.
Come
Looking
on,
very
man.
good. Opening peak, Wamai goes down. Goyo, yeah, okay, fine. Move. Wow, Lumina, very, very aggressive. Instantly just completely obliterates Bumsy. But hey, there's more to go here. There are more pickoffs to be had, and will they be able to take it? They're very, very, very quick on their approach. The way they just enter the site, all of them are on site, dude. Like everyone is on 2F right now. So it's not like one person goes in, the other person's still outside, kind of looking for peaks. No, everyone enters this place. And you have to see if there are C4s. There are none. There's one, I guess, but yeah, it's not enough. But Sneak, he doesn't need a C4. He'll just shoot you with a vector, and that's enough for Scyther to die. And 4 versus 3, kind of getting a bit even than earlier. Let's see if Javoli messes this up because they shouldn't. But then again, this place is absolutely full of surprises, and you never know who's gonna peek a bad angle.
I love the way how Wild Academy did trying the level best for the first half of this particular round to play on the play on the first floor, trying to just challenge out the attackers, and it really worked out. They were able to take out the side of Ash, getting played from the side of Scyther. But let's see if we can. I will request our observer Timash to if we can get the top-down view a little bit more. Yes, thank you so much. We do see the side of Cruz and Ellis, the side of Ibana, able to open the church hatch. They have to go for the side of church hatch. It's very hard to go and peek Mira window trying to take an entry towards the other B bomb site. And this is what I was talking about. You don't want to come from the dungeon hall at any distance. 30 seconds left on the clock, making it 3v3 now.
This is getting
You
into
see
like a
another
very
guy. Yes.
Troy territory, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't like
I
it,
was,
man.
I was trying to find the right word for throw. I was not able to. Last 30 seconds left on the clock. It's very hard.
No!
Mira gets in the way. No way. That was a lucky kill, I have to say. Divoli securing another one. Mira, you knew for the fact that there's going to be Sledge coming in. Huh?
And he could have just hidden, man. There was a hiding spot. It was 7 seconds. You could have hidden it out. He had to rush to you. There was no way a plant could have gone down in that time. And even if it did, you had time to actually peek.
Yeah.
Mistakes coming on from Wild. They are paying for it very badly. 5-3. My prediction has been turned upside down on the head. Looks like, I don't want to jinx it, but looks like something different could possibly happen here.
You just jinxed it, my friend. You just jinxed it. But
I
hey,
didn't say it.
I'm happy
I
to
didn't
see.
say it. So it's fine.
Even though you think about it as a caster, it's more than enough.
You believe the power, yes?
Yes, I do believe. Not gonna lie, though, it happens every other time. But coming down to this conversation, I am happy to see a team like Tavoli able to challenge Wild Academy on their strongest map. I mean, it's Divoli's strongest map as well, but I am really energized to see for the fact that Divoli are able to play their attacking rounds well. I have seen Divoli, the side of Wild Academy, the side of Evan and Bumsy going bonkers on their defensive rounds. They play some of these operators like what was that? Tubarao, yeah, Tubarao in raid like crazy. But I feel like yes, Tubarao's ban is kind of affecting the side of Wild Academy. I could be wrong, but I have seen Tubarao player picks coming up from the side of Wild Academy. As I have casted. Actually, I have casted Voltage League matches way more often than there's a Wild Academy matchup. So I can definitely say that Tubaro's pick is now actually affecting the side of Wild Academy. And I guess that was Bumsy only playing in as Tubaro because the gun is the gun is the same one on towards the Arsenal coming in from the side of the kit coming in.
Did you notice though?
Tubaro. Yes.
There's a Thunderbird.
Yes.
I love it. I'm glad they picked it. I'm glad somebody picked this, I mean, it's not just some gold or bronze lobby that's picking this. It's absolutely one of the people who knows how to play this game and they really want to win. And so they're playing this amazing operator, might I add, with an amazing gun, by the way.
Just to add that, I'm surprised to see they're not picking up Scopus. Scopus out from the competitive cooldown period. It has to be one of the operators that can give you a very viable intel and very viable approach, and a lot of impact can be created on a site like the CCTV and cache.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know. I
Maybe
think
they
it's more of a risk reward factor. Like people are not that comfortable with Scopos yet. They're just way too comfortable with other operators at the same time. So
a team
they
like
don't want to risk it. I guess. I don't know.
a team like Wild Academy, I feel like being the top tier team in this league, they should go for it. But hey, different people, different opinions. But attackers are already in. The defense knows it. That's gonna be triple back to back. Davoli just right now being overconfident, I have to say. But anyways, that's gonna be just one player left out. That's gonna be Demos. Might able to get one though. But that bulletproof camera is gonna give you a lot of that information. Switches up to the
Whoa!
secondary, and that's gonna just spin off. Pick off towards the left angle coming from the main breach. And that was Divoli paying the price of being a little too aggressive. That was not needed. You were on a really good momentum. And this, just one round victory given very easily to other side of Wild Academy, which can change a lot of things.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I mean, the back and forths, they're pretty cool. They make the game really fun. But when it becomes like it's just mistake after fine. I get that any team that loses a map is because they make mistakes. Like a round lost is because of mistakes. I get it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. People kind of repeat the same mistakes here. Like they were playing so well and then they kind of go back to their old habits. And then it's the game that was usually in their favor ends against them in half the time, which is not a good sign. And it really does a complete number on your composure and your momentum and your morale. And I mean, I have to say more about morale here. I don't know what the hell is going on in these guys. I think both the teams are panicking in equal amounts. Wild because they didn't expect to be in this position. They're not the underdogs. They're the favorites. They're literally on the top. Devoli, they're the underdogs. They have a lot to prove, and they don't want to mess up. They finally have a lead here, but they don't know how to keep it because they didn't expect to be here in the first place. Wild, they're in a bad spot. Devoli, they're in a weird spot. Very hard to navigate that.
Let's see. 5-4 score line. Davoli needs to be a little bit more cautious if they are trying to go for the aggressive approach. Okay. That is a Mira spot which you don't usually see in these competitive matches. That is a Mira spot, I had to say it, that you see in bronze and gold lobbies. Not even bronze. That is a quick match Mira window right there, I have to say. Anyways, that's gonna be one of the Mira windows getting wasted. I have to say for a fact that you could have utilized that Mira window pretty well towards the construction or towards logistic wall over there. But for now, we do see the side of Ace approaching from the Grafty area. Central roof is going to be there where we do see the side of Lion standing up. They're trying to make an entry probably from the side balcony over there, which we see the angle coming in from the side of Thermite and the Thatcher. EMP nades going in. First few of the EMP nades getting triggered. Yes, they want to open this up. Impact trick gets work. Really quick one coming in from the side of Mastro. Let's see what's going to happen in the last 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining.
Okay, you have a maestro. He's gonna sit in the site. He's gonna watch his phone in a very pervy way. That's how it goes. But I don't know, man. I never really. This operator has a very, very good gun, yes, and it's crazy base defense potential. But against a team that is like super aggressive and just always in your face, it's so difficult to manage. Like this one operator just feels like dead weight sometimes, and now he's on 24 health. So a very good nade or even like a couple of wall bangs, they could really okay, nades are going out, flashes are going out, they're scraggling about, they're looking for some angle, something to happen. And okay, Ace, he gets picked out, sneak. That's a good start. Soon enough, there'll be more coming through the doorway. Okay, fine. Right now, so is Scyther, he gets Evan, but Garen, he gets Alzet. Garen gets one more on Lumina. One more, and Scyther, he gets 2 by for himself. There is a double kill, and now we are 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1. Sneak gets one more, and there's just a very 5 health Lion hanging about. He's gonna pick a corner. It's gonna be his death. It is a shotgun to his face. A diffuser is gonna be diffused, and yeah, they've only throw it away. It's 5-5.
I might call it a pretty hasty approach, but I still want to pray a little bit more for the side of Divoli. How they got the plan, how everyone just kind of tried to distract the side of Mira and Maestro. That was crazy. Just the guy came in running, no ADS and whatnot. But yeah, for the side of Academy, it seemed like an easy one. But there was total chaos in a really small surface area site like gym and bedroom. That was total chaotic. I was like, when you were narrating the whole thing beautifully, I was just like taking a look at the kill feed. What exactly happened when I saw Thoromet running all the way towards Master? That was a little bit funny as well. Not gonna lie.
Hmm. But hey, Bullet, I understand you. That's what matters you. That's what matters you. You know, you're in good hands. This is a safe space. And that's what it's all about. You know, Wild, the way Divoli and Wild are kind of duking it out, it provides us with this very intellectual and weirdly philosophical opportunity of the fleeting nature of what we call life. Have you thought
Oh
about
my
it this
god.
way? Look at
I want
this.
to
Look,
ask you one thing.
yeah, look at this strip
How
club, man.
does y- y- I
Put
mean, this
things
is
into
probably like
perspective.
fifth or sixth time I'm here. This why is like every now and then in the midterms you start talking about life, you start talking about
Hey,
spirituality,
I
you
think I'm
start about life.
obsessed, man. I think, you know, I'll tell you the problem. I'll tell you the problem. When people keep picking operators that seem to not do their job, and yet, you know, it's like the definition of madness. You kind of bang your head on one thing again and again, and then you try to make something happen. Like constantly trying to enter through the open, like, why do you want to enter 2F that aggressively? Why do you want to do something like, okay, this gem entry, you want to be a bit more careful, not in this
Yes.
particular plant, but
Oh,
like, look, this is so insane. You know, he's blown a big part of that whole, like, there is a floor
hatch.
also that's blown up. Yeah, the hatch. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
So the hatch and a couple of surrounding areas also opened up. Usually, for a plant that is in the basement, there are people on 1F. They are keeping an
Yes.
eye on things.
They
So
can get around
that,
you.
that
Yes.
hatch open was going to be a bit dangerous, but it wasn't. I don't know. Javoli insists on being aggressive. They get rewarded for it for the most part, but when they don't, it seems like everything falls apart. It's like an all or nothing kind of deal, you know? They either get completely shot down
Yes.
or completely everybody dies to Javoli. Hence, the
And
fleeting nature of life, my friend.
yeah, that's that. But in this play, in most simple ways, they're playing like the high risk high reward. They play like, hey, if we want to win this round, we'll just play like this. If they don't win it, it's okay. We'll just play for the similar approach in the second one as well, the next round as well. But they have to be a little bit careful. Uh, it's that point. It's that one. I would say the bragging right. I would say with overall point system as well. It's that one thing that you can defeat and actually surpass two teams if I'm not wrong in the overall table topping. Well, it's their own choice, it's their own mindset, it's their own overall tactical thing that they wanna approach like this against for the side of Wild Academy. But here in round number 11, folks, as 55 seconds are left on the clock, we do see them opening the kitchen hatch. We do see them now taking a rotation all the way towards the garage area, trying to push from the blue. Might be wrong, but let's see.
Okay. This has slowed down quite a lot. It's 35 seconds on the clock. I'm glad that Devoli is doing this, okay? They're not hasty this time. They're really taking their time. Nobody has gone down. So, soon enough, some gunfights are going to happen. They're running in. Okay, this is really, really weird the way these guys play. You know,
Yes.
they wait for this
Yes.
long and they just run in. So, yeah, they just drop down from the hatch. Two people back to back.
Yes, they did.
Okay, is the
Church
mirror
one.
doing anything? Okay, the mirror, he sees him, but he's flashed. Couple of shots go down. Garen gets one. 9 seconds.
Oh,
8,
nice
7,
one.
6. But these guys can't stop peeking,
Another
my
PK.
man. Oh my god. But they got everything. I think he was like, I'm getting 5. I want a 6K. So yeah,
I don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's his own teammates or the opponent, man. He's just gonna get the kill.
he just wanted a
Yes.
dead body. That's what he wanted. Like something to die there. One more body on the floor.
But hey, I'm not going to lie. The side of Davoli, how they got the first initial momentum going in when they, when the roles got swapped up, I have to call it. They are kind of throwing it away. I have to call it. No disrespect towards side Davoli. You have challenged Wild Academy in a really really good way. You know how you can actually defeat a team like Wild Academy in some of these rounds. It's very unusual. You don't want to spend 1 minute and 50 seconds trying to just open up hatches. I know this is a very hard team. No, I have to call it. You just can't. You just can't. You had the right kind of operators in the last round. All you need was maybe Ying, because you have seen Ying getting utilized so pretty well from the side
Yeah.
of Wild Academy. Maybe Ying could have really helped, but I don't know, man. But yes, some of these rounds are just way too getting thrown away from the side of Divol. You have to call it. Because this is going to be match point coming from side Wild Academy now. They go towards CC2E and Cash.
Okay. Here's
Oh wait, that's Jim? No, that's Cash. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I think I had a different line of thinking here. Like, you've tried everything, right? And Devoli, they seem to be kind of dropping the ball in the past couple rounds, but they've got the Demos, right?
Yeah.
The last time they picked it, it worked. This time, it could work again. They have a Capita. I really like Capita on this map, you know? It's so good at clearing out stuff, and especially when the plant is on 2F. It's so effective. But while I have said this, they can't wait too long like the last one. You said
Yes.
that. You know, the amount
Yeah.
of time, there is a difference between being cautious and wasting time. Wasting it. I was just like, fine, you waited for like 30 seconds. You jumped in like 3 people into one hatch, and now it's 10 seconds on the clock. Not
Yeah.
the way to go. So I'm hoping something's a difference. Maybe, you know, kind of make your moves 1 minute remaining, then you enter the side. Okay, speaking of making moves, sneak just gets done them.
Not gonna lie. I was I don't know how to say it, but I saw another TK coming in. I don't know why.
You were telling me about the curse. Maybe it's you all along who's been cursing
Yeah.
stuff.
No. That's not.
Oh, you sure?
But hey, yes, I'm sure. But that's gonna be a 5v4, folks, and that's gonna be one of the players getting out from the side of Divoli. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I'm not really sure if they can approach from the side of Garage. There are 2 more Goyo Vulcan canisters placed apart. That's mark getting used. No sort of fact that it's gonna be players playing on the catwalk. Two of the frag nades getting used though. No more connection, maybe a little bit of damage, but there's gonna be another guy. That's gonna be the side of Capita trying to help him though. And Goyo Canister is gonna just make him drop down towards Oil Pit. Would have been the headshot, might get it. Azami playing it very safe, finally gets him. 50 seconds left. As you know, the Razor Wires can also now do the damage, so you have to just melee them to destroy them. That can cost you a lot of the round time. Probably not the right approach coming in from the side of Garage. They have to change the entire execution.
This breaks my, like, again, they're doing the same thing. It's 25 seconds on the clock. They've finally decided to go in, and everyone's getting shot at. And the one person you've gotten is that Demos finally shooting one shot out of the 30 bullets that he had through the pancakes into one random Azami that dies, and that's all you have gotten. Fine, you've gotten one more mirror, but is that going to be more? 3 versus 2? They just have to wait. They just have to hide. And 5 versus, yeah, they just kill people, and someone dies to a Goyo. Yeah, that's it. That's GG. Well,
But you know what? I called it.
you did.
I called it
You're
for the
right.
first roll. I called it 7-6. That didn't really happen. I called it 7-4, 7. I called it 7. I called it 7-4.
7-5. You just
I
said,
didn't-
oh no, you didn't say 7-5?
I didn't say 7. I called it 7-4.
Ah, but close enough. Close enough.
Yes.
Close enough. Yeah.
But I would still stick to my words that Divoli had it in the first few rounds. They knew how they can suppress a team like Wild Academy. In the last 3 rounds, I don't know what they were thinking, man. I saw. I kind of saw Wild Academy being on that edge. Hey, this is that one team who can actually challenge us towards keeping everyone towards the edge of the seats.
And well, hey, wait. You know, Bullet, I think it's enough out
Yes.
of us. I think I have to
Yes.
call in the big guns right now. The big guns.
Yeah,
Hello. Can somebody?
someone.
Here I am. Here I am
Amazing.
after that very first game, and you guys did an excellent job. And I think you summarized it perfectly. Gavoli knew how to suppress the absolute behemoth, the unstoppable beast that are Wild Academy, but it just wasn't enough. They knew what to do to really
Yeah.
kind of squish that enthusiasm that they had. But at the end of the day, Wild Academy is just Wild Academy. It was a lot closer than a lot of us anticipated. They
Yes.
put on a great show, but in the end, it's still two completely different teams, in two almost different leagues there. But GG's Davoli, they really showed that Wild Academy, they're doing really well, but they sure do have some weaknesses that can be exploited. And in
Yes.
the future, other teams may be finally able to really exploit that. Any kind of final thoughts before we go on a quick break and then come back with our next game of the evening?
I feel like Wild Academy, again, the same thing I want to repeat. Wild Academy did go to taste of that, how some of the teams can actually capitalize a lot of mistakes that were being done from their side. I was really happy to see, because I have cautioned most of the matches here Voltage where Wild Academy is playing and just dominating left, right, and center on their strongest maps. But hey, that was that. Kudos to Davoli for playing so close like that. But I kind of anticipated that maybe we might see an overtime. We might see this map getting won from the side of Davoli. I kind of saw that, but hey, that's that for you. 7-5 in towards the side of Team Wild Academy.
Very, very, very interesting match, I'll say. No, not even okay. I have one more, like, I have a gripe about this game. Not enough C4 kills. Like that double kill. I wanted to see more like that. Some nice C4 defense. Maybe have that 5 C4 lineup that I've seen so many times. It works, especially on Clubhouse. It works, man. So
Yes.
I want to see
Yes,
something
I
like
agree.
this. So until then, let's see what happens.
Yep. Let's go on a quick break. Maybe you'll get that C4 lineup in the very next game. We just have to wait and see. If any of the teams are listening in, you know what we want to see in that next game. So catch you in a few minutes.
I must have went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits. I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1, I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. 'Cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. For you. I'm looking for you. For you. Let's get it now. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Be a pilot. Be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat. Let's get it now.
In the world of champions, the journey is never easy. It's about pushing limits, overcoming obstacles, and finding strength with every heartbeat. Sometimes your goals seem impossible. But together, we shatter limits. Whatever your sport, whatever your goal, we go beyond your limits together.
Just like that, we are back with our second game of the day. The first one ended 7-5, which was probably a lot closer than a lot of us expected. So now let's see exactly how close it's going to be after this one, which is going to be between ITB's second team and Bon Voyage, who are second and third, respectively, currently in the standings. So there's a lot to play for. And of course, we have to bring in our casters, who you've already seen guide you through the very first match. Guys, you better have the energy for a second one as well, because I mean, with a matchup like this, there's going to be
Yeah.
definitely a lot more shouting than in the first one.
Yeah, then I feel like that is going to be the case. For the side of ITB Academy, they are the team who are full of surprises. We have seen them making comebacks like none other in this entire league, I have to say. But I am actually excited to see how actually Bonveras plays. I have seen a lot of matches from the side of ITB Academy, but I'm excited to see how Bonveras is going to take a match against the side of ITB Academy.
Don't worry, I won't. I have like a lot of energy for this match. I
Let's
have
start.
like, yeah, it's pretty good.
But
I'm feeling really good, man. I'm you know what? I'm waiting. Go ahead. I want more analysis before I just waste more time. So you do the analysis part, and I'll waste time later.
okay, good. But hey, folks, as you know, let's take a look at the player cards. Let's see where these players are coming in from for the both teams, for the side of ITB Academy and also from the side of a Bon Voyage. But it also comes down to the entire team cards. It comes down that ITB Academy is that kind of like a team who are full of surprises. I have seen ITB Academy making comebacks like none other. But hey, let's take a look at the team card coming in from side of Bon Voyage. Their overall placement on the entire league is going to be on the third number. They have a win rate of 78%, and their best map is going to be Border. I'm really happy to see that one of the classic
I respect
vanilla
it.
maps is going to be the best map for this particular team.
That is one of those maps which I feel like is very close to like Clubhouse in the way attackers approach it. Like it's very unidimensional. It's not really that diverse the way you can do it. But that
Yes.
map is so fun. I cannot like insta plants, right? Smoke, go in, flash, 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 and plant down right near the door. And just I want to see something like I want to see something crazy. And Border is the map for it. And speaking of ITB Academy, I mean, wow, Cafe being their best, that's commendable too.
Yes.
Everybody bloody hates this map. And well, being the best at it, you're the best at something like something that people hate. So you could probably keep this map and you could win on this where other people would suffer. So yeah, a good strength to have actually.
But do you know what the best part is? Despite these being the best and worst maps of these teams, the map we're actually going for this second match is actually going to be Nighthaven of all places, with a defensive start for Bon Voyage. So there's definitely a lot we can say about this pick. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about it?
If I want to say, like I said, I have seen ITB Academy making comebacks like none other. I mean, uh, to play something like their caliber, I'm not saying that they are in the same caliber of Wild Academy overall how they play, but they take their time. They take their time to readapt towards all of the possible chances coming from their opponent team. Not really sure how Bon Voyage can play on Night Haven, but I'm pretty sure that if Bon Voyage are on 3-0, like able to start off 3-0 in the first half, ITB Academy will make that to 3-3 when we see the entire first half of the map getting over.
Okay, I mean that's interesting. All I care about when I see Nighthaven is that Nook gets picked because that's my favorite operator. And Nook
Ah,
Nook is Nighthaven, and Nighthaven is Nook. And I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for this some Nook to come around and completely turn the game be a nuisance. Like oh my god, ban a Nook here because I've never yet seen someone ban a Nook. I've seen a Nook picked and
big,
it
yeah,
ruins the game, and then they don't pick it ever again. So that has happened on Nighthaven.
yeah.
Yeah, usual shield bans are to be expected, but Nighthaven offers such good potential for roamers. Roamers in general, not just Nook. Like it's a Jackal map, it's a Nook map, it's any roamer you want to play map. In fact, from some of the defensive roamers also really flourish on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Cavs being picked, man, and I'm
Yes,
so happy for it.
yes.
A Cav or something like that, and I'm excited, and this is an exciting match because of the map and the players.
I have to say, Night Haven is a pretty big map. You have to say for the fact that it becomes a really hard for both sides. There are so many execution approach that you can do when you're trying to play as an attacker, and it's the same thing for the side of defensive players. It's just too many angles to look out for. Let's take an example of the second floor area. Command and server, you have to take care of the connector room, they have to take care of the electrical opening, then there's somebody playing to cover up the IT room. There's too many angles for the side of defense. But it also comes
Yeah.
down that if you have one or at least two of the players from out of the five trying to just roam around, trying to go for the shallow room, trying to surprise down and do for the backstab, that thing can also be playable. So I feel like Night Haven is one of those maps. If you are the really siege guy, you want to play it. You want to master it. It's really fun map to play and also cast alongside.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
we
It's very
saw them
rewarding.
at the start, but let's just do a quick recap of what the predictions are from us here at the Voltage League staff for who's going to win this one, because it's definitely a lot of a closer matchup than between our previous two teams. Once again, we do have an odd man out, while everyone else, well, ITBA. So is it going to come true? We just have to wait and see. Like I said, a lot closer, but I believe that it should still be honest of ITBA because they have just proven themselves time and time again this season and the previous one, and pretty much all of the endeavors really. They just are another really unstoppable force, very similar to Wild. Any final thoughts then before we go into this game?
From my side, again, I am hoping that we might see an overtime. You want to see a classic one for you, one for me, one round here and there, going on a map like Night Haven. It's like I said, it's really hard for the side of attackers. So they want to decide how to play the execution. Some of these angles on the second floor, especially on the basement, also can be really cheeky and tight. But it also comes down to the same scenario level for the side of defense as well. So I'm expecting a very close map.
I'm not gonna deny that. I'm actually Night Haven really throws everything in the bin for me. I feel it makes uneven games even. It adds more points and potentials for mistake. So yes, 7-5. Whoever wins, it's gonna be 7-5.
Okay, well, I gotta say I'm kind
Okay.
of jealous of you because I always love Night Haven, so I'm kind of jealous you're the ones casting it, but take it away.
Thank you so much. You're gonna miss your run as well. But hey, folks, we're gonna jump in to the map pretty soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for the lovely hosting. We'll come back to you after this map. But as the B rolls in, I want to ask you once again: are you sure this is gonna happen 7-5? You want to change your prediction call on
No,
round scores,
I don't.
Negress?
I mean, you know what?
Seven five, seven five,
Even if it
seven
doesn't,
five, 7-5 in whose favor? You gonna call it one? Come on.
okay, you know what? It's easy to say ITB Academy.
Mhm.
So, and it's probably going to be likely that it's going to be ITB Academy. But I think the real point of contention is, will ITB Academy be 7-5 or will they be 7-4 or 7-3? But lower than 7-5, basically. Basically, are they going to be super dominant or are they just going to win the match? That's
Both
the
the
real
shields
question.
getting out. Both the shields getting out. I won't be surprised if somebody from the side of ITB Academy, Venoms is from the side of Bonraj. Somebody takes out Vijay. This guy is insane with Boss G. I have seen him popping off the spawn peaks here and there, and he just pops it off. Like, we have seen it. But it's going to be the side of Azami to get banned. And of course, Bonraj won't go for the Vigil ban. Or maybe I'm expecting a Tubarao, Kaid, Bandit. Let's see. We'll see in a second. So, but that's gonna be the route. There you go, folks. It's like the second floor. Entire second floor game depends on how you open the IT wall and the breachable walls coming in from the side of the connector and electrical connector and sorry, the IT room, the IT bunker.
IT room, yes.
Yes,
But it's
it's
fine. IT
very
is
very
electrical, yeah.
strange to call it the IT room. You get the pun, bro. Being an Indian
Yeah.
caster, call it the
Yeah.
IT room.
Hello, would you like to? You have a virus actually. I would.
No pun
it's,
intended, folks.
it's my no, it's my favorite meme, man.
It is. It
Sir,
is. It
sir,
is.
will you please, sir, don't take the gift card, sir. Please. I like it. It's some of my
Oof.
favorite content to watch, and
Oof.
Yeah.
I just
You
can't
know,
believe I just said that. But anyways, that's gonna be. Let's talk about the other lineup, folks. Right now, we do see Valkyrie getting picked up. Oh, Valkyrie! We completely missed that. Valkyrie on Night Haven not getting banned. That's going to cause a lot of troubles for the side of ITB Academy. There are so many. I mean, in every other map, there are so many spots where Black Eye camps can be placed up so smartly that they can give you a lot of info. But Night Haven Labs, Valkyrie Online, that's going to cause a lot of trouble. It is that they don't have to, counter that. They do have Maverick. They do have, of course, the strongest of all in gathering intel when it comes down to an attacker. That's going to
and
be
they have a nook if they pick
the side
it.
of Demas. They have no time, bro. Come on. Anyways, as we start off the first round, let's see what's going to be the execution coming in from the side of ITP Academy. They have to open up the IT walls. They have to, also take control of the connector coming in all the way from the side of meeting hallway. We do see, of course, Valkyrie playing on the first floor storage area of the Black Eye camps, placed up, charged, and ready. It's going to be actually IT room's bottom floor is penetrable. So yeah, it's going to be really hard for the entire attacking team to even take an entry on the IT room. That's that.
IT. I love that. Yeah, why are you laughing, man? It's not funny. It's
Bro.
IT room, What's with you, man?
I'm
Come
just
on.
gonna mute my mic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. IT, it's going to be gift card room. That's what I call it. Gift cards. And you know what what happened to the gift cards? They get distributed to the poor and the needy. That's what happens. It's actually charity. And speaking of charity, Swiss is going to donate a couple of bullets
What?
into a couple of people. And ITB, 2 people just going down instantly and not really much lost on the side of Bon Voyage.
That was not a very smart play coming in from side of ITB Academy. You knew for the fact that, of course, you could have drone. You did drone and gather the intel here and there, but there you go. We do see the side of Candelas, and that's gonna be the first C4 getting popped and connected. Ying, where you're looking at, that's gonna be triple coming in from the side of Valken. That's gonna be very early, very early 1v4. Not the right kind of way to say the early, because it's almost 1 minute out. But not a very smart play coming in the first round for the side of ITB Academy. Maverick's gonna be on 60 HP, trying to pick in Val. Takes out Val. Nice shot. He knows for a fact that is gonna be the black window getting placed up from the side of Mira. He's gonna try it out if he can clutch it or not.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed he's not using the MAV DMR. I think that's an absolutely crazy gun. But in this current situation, it may not be the right choice. And it is right now an assault rifle in his hands. Could be the right choice for him. And look at him. The peaks are brave. This guy, he's like an aimbot. But that's going to be patched out soon. Just like him. And yeah.
No, the quick peeks coming in from this guy was insane.
So
That was
fast.
I mean, Venoms. I have to appreciate the side of Venoms also. Like I have seen Venoms playing crazy when it comes down for the side of Bon Voyage. Like I said, we have seen Venoms playing bonkers with the boss G. We will see that. I am pretty sure Venoms will pick for a vigil later down the rounds. We have seen the Steely, the other guy coming in from the side of Bon Voyage. Who was it? Sorry, the side of BMS. Yes. Taking clutches here and there. Their chemistry also works in pretty well. Fire and Swiss also being one of those guys in 2v4, 2v3 is able to clutch it out in their defensive rounds. But overall, it was just round number 1. I'm not gonna just call it out pretty early. It's pretty early to say that IDB Academy cannot do things the extraordinary way. We're gonna still watch it. We're gonna still wait and watch. Patience is the key.
Patience is key, my friend. Absolutely. And I tell you what, if
Just don't say IT. Thank you.
I said IF, not IT. But hey, if you want me to say IT, it is important to be said.
Yeah.
That this game, okay, so there's a Pulse, there's a Fenrir, there's a Castle. I already like the way Bon Voyage is thinking. They want to be on a more aggressive side. They don't care if there's a Demos possibly on the other side. They don't care if it's like, okay, a gridlock possibly on the other side, which there is. Both of these people are there. They don't care. This Pulse, it's going to be super crucial and important the way he plays. There is a lot of potential kills that are going to be Pulse is going to be responsible for it. There's so much that everything is so close by, right? The floors aren't super high, so the Pulse has range enough to see if there's someone right going up the stairs, going down
Yes.
the stairs. It's super surveillance time. And Bon Voyage, they could really use this to their advantage. And my God, that was a very weird peak by Rorik, and he pays for it. And Fire, it's almost as if he was waiting for it. And well, a mirror outside of his shield. Completely not expected. That window was not needed
Yeah,
for
that
that
was
kill.
not expected. I mean, if I would have been in the place of that Demos, I would have not expected. I would have expected a guy, but not Mira. As he pops off the second round, could be a retreat. That's gonna happen. Radiant spots the side of Mira, probably looking for another one, but needs to collect the diffuser as well. But as you likely said, the while they're not high enough, Pulse can actually detect all the heartbeats coming from his heart sensor, who's gonna take the approach towards the vertical angles. But it can be very very valuable if somebody from the side of the IDB Academy also decides to push from the Animus and the assembly delivery room. It's gonna be really valuable. But hey, all that for again nothing. That's gonna be radiant to pick out the side of Venom's playing as Pulse, and no more heartbeat sensors getting in the way. But right now, this still have a lot of time. I would say Gridlock combined with Ace, combined with Buck, you have all the utility you need to make the plan going down in a 3v3 scenario. But those Dreadnought mines are gonna cause you a lot of trouble to even take an entry through the hallways, nano hallways, and especially the side of the cargo stairs.
The pulse is down, right? So
Yeah.
not much. There's still a Valk. I don't know about the cams as such, but still a Valk, still some information available. And there's 45 seconds. So, okay, it's not, it's still good. They haven't reached basement yet. They're still in the process of breaching it, still opening a couple of angles up.
Yeah.
They kind of have time, but this could go to a complete waste of time in very soon. Like I'm expecting ITB to make some moves right now. They have to get a pick off. They have to kill someone, or there will be no way they enter the site right in time. Again, that's just almost just 15 seconds remaining, man. This is now or never for them. They have to move in, and they are. Every single person, exosuit, go in, go in, go in, and you are trying to make something happen, which may not end up happening because 5 seconds, 4, 3, the
True, man.
diffuser needs to go on right now. It is going down. The gridlock, it is putting, but the rest of the people is getting picked off. But no,
No!
oh,
he gets planted!
the plant is down. 2 health on the Fenrir. He pops it, but it gets shot. Will he be doing anything? Oh, the Fenrir. He's being brave here. He's just diffusing it. Will he find him? No, he gets spooked.
Oh,
And
damn.
Hova, he finds it. He should have probably stuck it, but then again, it was too close to say. But into the breach, find one round now.
Boy, that. I was not expecting that. That was so unlucky for the guy who shot. The guy who was planting the guy who shot Gridlock. That was so unlucky. The guy just completed the 7 signal plant and the guy got killed. Even I completely missed out that the plant went down. The plant was successful. Not gonna lie, I thought for a second that the plant didn't go down and we'll see the end of the round. But that is going to be so crucial on how the communication was done from the side of ITB Academy, that they decided that hey, you gotta go for the plant right away in the assembly room. But
That's the right call, yeah.
just to be a little bit careful, the side of Gridlock did place their stringer straps towards the cargo stairs. Why didn't she place up more on the other doorway coming in from the side of the exosuit room? I mean, the friend came all the way from behind, so more track stringers could have been used. She still had one track stinger set left. But anyways, that was round number 2 for you folks. Very close one for both sides. I would say a really choppy one for both sides. Bon Voyage could have won that round if ITB Academy Gridlock would have not gone for the plant.
But then again, you never know what's gonna happen. What was your prediction, by the way, Bullet?
I did say close. I don't remember the round score which I predicted. Not gonna lie, but I did predict ITB Academy is gonna win this one though.
So then make something up. 7-5, 7-4, 7-3. There's only a couple of options available now.
I would say this might go overtime. Yes, this will.
Whoa.
By taking a look how the last 2 rounds are so not very much in the favor of ITB Academy, even though got 1 round. I would say this might go overtime, but that's that. Raiden gets picked off from the C4 coming in from side of fire. Boy, what is Mira roaming on building stairs? Come on. Oof.
And I'm happy. I'm happy that this has started. They're finally getting a jump onto the thing. Even if ITB Academy has lost one person, okay, lost a second person now, they're not wasting time this time around, and
Oh.
they're just dying. Okay, fine. You don't waste time. You just die as soon as you can, so that you give Bon Voyage another round on a plate. I think this is a perfect round. Yeah, flawless. And you
Nice
know
one.
how flawless this is? No one lost a single point of health on this end of Bon Voyage. That's how flawless this is.
That's that. That's that. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the Black Eye Camps are doing a supreme job. No way did the audio cue came in from. Apologies, folks. I'm just gonna from the electrical. Or that was the other room coming in. On the second floor, that was the meeting, probably meeting room where we saw the kill happening in the connector. Sorry, where the wall bang did happen. There was some camera, maybe there was a black eye camera on the last round where Valkyrie got the wall bang done, and that was pretty. I would say smart one though. Yeah, that's that. That one made a way. Valkyrie got the wall bang done, and the other kill went on towards the first floor. So that's that flawless win coming in on the second round.
Absolutely. And well, flawless. What a feather in the cap to be having. I mean, ITB, it
Yeah.
was the favorites for this matchup, and they're getting flawless. That's certainly not expected. And well, they're changing it up. They're putting in a Dokaibi. You need a roamer, guys. I'll tell you, ITB just needs one good roamer to kind of throw Bon Voyage off, draw a couple of people on the opposite side, but may not necessarily work when there's a Capcan on your team. My God, these guys are really switching it up right now. I'm glad to see it. Capcan, amazing, very underrated operator, I'll say. And it's always full of surprises. Because you think being such this operator has been in the game for such a long time, and people are supposed to have figured out how to play against him, but you never really know, right? You never really know what wrong turn you're going to take. And in the time that ITB enters the side, they're always late. They're always having 15-20 seconds. In that time of haste, you make mistakes, and especially turning corners where there are capcan traps, that's dangerous. So either you lose the round on time, or you just die pointlessly on corners. And this Malusi is seeing everything, and that's most of the surprise or even the initial advantage kind of fizzling away for ITB Academy.
Yeah, like I said, I have seen them adapting to a lot of these very hard, I would say, very hard approach and hard strats coming in from the opponent. Yeah, I've seen them adapting it pretty well. Maybe they will take some more time. Maybe round number 5 and round number 6 can go in the favor of ITV Academy. But let's see what's in the store, what's in the play coming in from both sides. Round number 4. But for the side of Bon Voyage, they're being very confident. The way how they're winning their gunfight, the way how they're peeking left, right, and center, it's just way too good. I have to give more W's to their side for the side of Bon Voyage. But let's see. We do see the side of Maverick trying to make an entry again to the IT room. That's gonna be first pick. Raiden takes out the side of Steely, making a 4v5. Logic Bomb getting online. There's gonna be Plant going down. Hova takes out the side of Venoms. No more plays. But right now they don't know about the plant, and the plant so wow. You had a Valcam, but that's gonna be the last defense left, and this is what I was talking about. When it comes down to adaptability, that's gonna be the name. That's gonna be the trait for the side of ITB Academy. There was 2 of the other defensive operators playing on the other room. Why was there no one on the second? It was like a jump on towards the window, and then they went in for the plant. That was so easy. Or maybe we can just say the appreciation for the side of ITP Academy. They made it look easy, I have to say.
They did. And I'll tell you what, every single team is the rounds are ending so fast, and it's always
Yeah,
the
that's
opposite
that,
team
yeah.
who wins. They're just passing rounds to each other, and they're getting wiped. That's basically the game. This may go into overtime, but it could be as long as the last match. Okay. That's possibly
Interesting.
that's what could happen, because the pace at which these guys are playing, it's like all or nothing. And you thought the other guys were all or nothing. You thought Wild was all or nothing. No, these guys, they are taking all or nothing to a complete another level, because both of them play like that. It's not just one side. One is cautious and one is fast. No, both of them are fast. They all want to die or kill or die in the process, or both. It's great. and it makes for great gameplay and great viewing. So that's what's important. Get a roamer, please.
You're saying for the side of Bonraj?
Yeah. No, not Bomb Voyage. I'm talking ITB. I want like
Ah,
I don't know.
you want the entry fragger. You want someone from the side of ITB Academy to just pop off
No,
kills.
not an
Try to
entry
take.
fragger, just a pure roamer. Like why keep repeating Nook? Imagine Bomb Voyage. They're all stuck in one part of the site, right? Not really anyone moving that far out, except probably one Mamai and one Warden. And look, even the Warden's sticking very close to site. I think it's going to be just Wamai being on the very, very far outskirts. You put a Nook in the equation. Nook traditionally enters from the opposite side of where your team starts from. Like he's alone, completely alone. And Nook, when the Nook enters, the new patch, the Nook is more or less undetectable. And okay, Rorik starts it off but gets traded out. But speaking of Nook, like it's undetectable in the right situation, then you can really get a lot done. And ITB are getting a lot done right now. 4 versus 3, just getting very, very fast frags on the Warden and the Valkyrie.
Surprised to see the side of Ying got a kill on this particular hallway. I'm really surprised to see she got a kill on command hallway. All of the footholds were open though, but makes it a 2v4 though. Maverick gets the one last kill. One of the kills. And that's gonna be Bandit playing on the servers area and command center. We do see Mira being ready with the C4. Mira has been targeted by Demos and the vertical shots were coming in, and the damage will be done any time now. The nades come in. She has to make a move. Takes a little bit of damage. Death Mark is still online. Can find someone through the catwalk though, but she is getting sandwiched from every possible angle. She's getting pinned down. Should be taken care of, and that's gonna be Bandit to get. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was good though. Plan going down. Can possibly clutch it though. Gets the first yellow ping. Gets the information. Gets the red ping as well. 44 seconds left to make it a clutch.
And okay. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's
Just
not gonna
goes down. But I'll tell you what, right? This was way again. Why do these guys play so all in? it's almost it's uncanny. They never want to change anything up. They just want to like go in. They want action. It's like playing a pub game. You just want kills, man. It's like, oh, I'm 11-3, man. What are you doing in this game? And that's basically what's happening. People are just getting shot, shooting, and hoping for the best, and want like a stylish 4K or 3K. And yeah, that seems to be the game.
I agree. This is being the case for actually both sides. Not gonna lie though, but I love to see ITB. I'm loving to see how ITB Academy are now able to pull off good attacking rounds on their side. And now, folks, as we approach round number 6 prep phase, let me tell you, remind you, as you know, in the completed rules, it's gonna be the last round for the side of Bonwell to be on the defensive side, and last one round for the side of ITB Academy to be on the attacking side. The defender and the attacking roles will be softer this one, and things might get very, very interesting from there. We have seen Bonvoyage playing so brutally well, even in defensive rounds, but we have seen them playing brutally well in their attacking rounds as well, especially on a map of Nighthaven. I have seen them playing on Border. I've seen them play. I've casted their matches on Chalet, if I'm not able to recall it right. But hey, a similar approach that we saw when they picked Basement last time. A Pulse accompanied by Fenrir. We do see Valk. But for the side of ITB Academy, we don't see any changes. Deathmark combined with Thermite charges, Ace with the Aqua Thermal charges, and that's going to be Venoms to connect the C4. The first Heartbeat charger going down.
And this guy, he's getting stuff done, man. I mean, Venoms, I like, again, he knows, he's got info. The Demos, fine. He finds something, but he has lost quite a lot of health.
Is already in.
So, yeah, I mean, more and more from ITB, they've kind of made their way into Exosuit again. This is the farthest any of them have gotten. But yeah, someone has to get shot at some point of time. Swiss takes one, Steely takes another, and now 3 versus 2. Fine, Venoms also goes down. Zodiac finally gets a revenge kill, but that's a very low Demos and a Ram. I don't know if you're going to fare that well against a full health trio of Valkyrie, Castle, and Fenrir. That's a lot of diverse gadgets to maneuver through, and yeah, I'm looking for some miracle here. So probably some smart plays that could put them out of position, take 1-by-1 pickoffs. That could be possible. but you have to eventually get to the first floor. Everyone's entered. There's the last person, Ram, is waiting into nanotech, moving into tank, and soon enough is going to be right near the stairs. But is that going to be enough? The hatch comes first, and well, Swiss is first in shooting Zodiac. Defenders win one another.
That's gonna be 3-3, folks. I did call it like if it's gonna be the side of Bonvoyage to be on 3-0, we'll see Academy making winning the later rounds of the first half. But that was a little bit of vice versa situation. We did saw Bonvoyage winning the first two, then ITB Academy then winning the next three, and then Bonvoyage coming up to win the sixth round. A good overall, I would say, storyline coming up from both sides. But hey, for the side of the players, they just wanna shut it down. They just wanna go for the fries. They just wanna win those maximum number of rounds on their side. Attacker defense role swap being done, folks. Like I said, this is gonna be very interesting play. I have seen Bonvoyage play, but how ITB Academy makes a comeback, how ITB Academy just readapt themselves to all of the strats coming from the attacking team is very, very finished. So I am actually hoping to see some more of those gunfight based approach. When I say gunfight, we might see Bon Voyage not playing so utility wise, so not relying on the utility. We will see. I feel we will see the side of Bon Voyage trying to just challenge ITB Academy for more and more gunfights. And from what I have seen previously in these matches of Voltage League from the side of Bon Voyage, they win maximum number of gunfights no matter what, especially the side of Venoms, BMX, Fire, and even Steely.
And well, to be very frank, this back and forth, it's not really giving us a clear picture of what's going to happen. Because this is not a single team that is showing a very solid kind of gameplay. Like, yes, we saw Bon Voyage have a flawless round, but that was because ITB was they just threw it so hard. But
Yeah.
to really gauge if a team is capable of like just winning and just being consistent is that they're consistently performing on a certain metric. It seems like the opposite team throws and the one team kind of cleans up and it looks very shiny, but it doesn't necessarily yield any results because your overtime prediction, it's not that far-fetched. Like if it was any other couple of teams, I would have said absolutely impossible, but with these guys it is bloody possible. But at the same time, with a very, very precarious lineup like this, I'll say this: at a precipice where let's say the score is 6-5, right? You are one round away from 6-6. That is the time when the ball gets dropped because both of these guys are so unpredictable. Anyone can mess up at any time, and overtime may just go completely down the drain and one team just wins 7-5. As I said, 7-5 is my prediction, and it could be any team. And it feels like it is so close to that because these guys are equally well skilled and equally unpredictable and well equally throwy. So it makes for a very, very curious combination of gameplay.
Yeah, I completely agree. Being very equally unpredictable. Oh, that C4 could have blown two operators apart. Very, very lucky for both of the attackers. That was one of the guys uh, Nomad, and the other guy was probably Capta. But I have to say that was a pretty close one though. But we do see the fireballs getting worked up. The flashbang gets approached. Raj being very close towards electrical, swungs by. Not gonna pick a shotgun like that. Makes it 3v5 though. BMS is able to take down the side of Raid and making it a little bit on their side. Fire gets one more, making it a 2v3. C4 getting tossed.
Boom.
That's gonna be last attacker left out in a 1v3. And Bon Voyage, again, they got the diffuser though, but being so cheeky, trying to play the electrical and connector, all of the angles are so exposed to not favoring your sides. Again, this was not it. I was expecting a better Bon Voyage to come up in this second floor approach. But that's that. I guess there's one more. No, there's no more logic bombs left. So no more of those audio cues. 15 seconds left. You want to peak SMG one level like that? There you go. So you're able to take it though. Very close though. 8 seconds left. This is a little bit impossible. That's going to be a Rocky to take down Steely. Second kill coming in for the smoke.
That shotgun is MVP, man. That shotgun's bloody MVP. Really, I have not seen someone walk into so many shotgun shots as as Bon Voyage have. And as attackers, you have to be careful. See, this is a very, very small map, like very, very close corners. So a shotgun really flourishes here. And if you're going to give them multiple opportunities of shooting you down like a couple of ducks, well, it's not going to end well. And Well, Bon Voyage did the exact same thing. They just rushed in. There was no verticality here. No one really tried to approach hatches. No one really tried to, scale a couple of walls, land somewhere else. It was just one place, just moving down stairways. And I understand that Night Haven tends to be a stairway kind of map because verticality, it's very precarious. I'll say this map is just so weird. Like, it's so hard to describe what you're supposed to do, like what people do on Night Haven, yeah, people walk downstairs, but walking downstairs is an integral part of just maneuvering the map. Dropping down a hatch, that's kind of shifty, right? That's kind of unique. Not many things have, like, not many teams do it. But dropping down a hatch could possibly be the one way of kind of switching it up on Night Haven. No one really does that. Everyone is using stairs. Everyone is walking through windows. No hatches. And there's a cap can, man. You have to always be careful. Hatches are probably the safest option. You can get a peek possibly. If you don't, you have enough information. Maybe you just jump in. You have a Brava this time. You have possible information to be gathered. And well, if that works, this could be one round for Bomb Voyage, or well, it'll be another very, very easy defense for ITB.
Mhm. Let's see, man. For the side of ITB Academy, I was kind of surprised to see, Bond was actually dying like that. I have to speak a little bit more on the side of Bon Voyage. Like, I have seen them play, man. This is not the Bon Voyage I have seen playing on their attacking round. But anyways, let's come back to this map first, because no, 4-3 is the scoreline. ITB Academy still on the lead though, but the lead can be diminished. What nobody see is in sight is going to just Kaid. Everybody's playing on the first floor. Attackers do have the site control. More of the players going to come up. Maverick might go for the plant. Thatcher trying to battle from the nanotech hall, from the cargo hallway. Kapkan comes up, gets taken care of. Zodiac comes up from the vertical angle. Swiss is able to take one more though. Mechanical 3v2. And I don't see the plant going down. Why? Now,
This is okay, Bullet. I'm gonna say this.
please.
Looks
Go ahead.
like it is a Bon Voyage victory, right? Looks like it. Okay, unless Zodiac really clutches it 1v3, which he could. He's just running in, but he gets shot in the back. Yeah, that's a very good maneuver, but it's 4-4 again. It's gonna be 5-4. Then it's gonna be 5-5. Then it's gonna be 6-5. And then who the hell knows? But one thing I know is nobody's using roamers. Why is the attack not using roamers, man? Especially it's breaking my head.
Yeah, I
Breaking
completely
my head.
agree from what you're trying to say, but in the last round, there was only one defender playing in the side. So you don't actually need anyone. You just want to go for the plant and play for those post plant angles, right? And we did saw the plant going down in the last 50 seconds. That is something that you don't need. Of course, might be the case. Of course, we have one observer taking care of the entire top-down view and the classic observing view as well. But it could have been the case that somebody is actually trying to, just drone out the entire way, gather information that possible vertical angles can be made if somebody goes in for the early plant. But we didn't saw, except for Maverick and Sledge coming onto the side. There was a Sledge to take that confidence and see that, hey, there's only be just one or two of the defenders playing very closely to the side or inside. I'm going to take care of that. That was done. All you need to have to just play on the stronghold angles, just not let anyone shot you from the vertical angle from the upper first line, which is very hard though, not going to lie, in the basement objective. But I felt like that could have been a very quick round where Bon Voyage could have gotten the advantage, took the side control, and just won the round pretty well. But hey, that is, in the end, it did won the round though. But as we approach round number 9, folks, we do see the similar all players getting picked up from the side of ITB Academy. Fenrir approach with Kaid and Mira, and we do see just one change. That's going to be the side of Castle getting picked up from the side of Roderick.
And yeah, people are just shooting walls right now, waiting for something to pop out. And well, no one's waiting more than this Maverick. He has put this. Okay, this is not inconspicuous. It's probably the most obvious wall breach that is happening. But at the same time, I'm waiting for someone to take advantage of this from any side, right? I mean, the defenders could easily switch it around. There are 3 people waiting outside the fence, but if one good peek, fine, there's a complete breach. Yes, that's probably better for this angle. I mean, Warehouse, it offers so much diversity when it comes to peaking angles.
Yes.
There's verticality, there's a complete sideway, horizontal, like a corner. There's a lot of things, and this Maverick should be very careful as to what he wants to open up, because he may open up a complete bundle of surprises. And yeah, he is working hard at it. You always have to. He's a crafts guy, he's an arts and crafts guy. He likes to remodel quite a lot. And most of Rainbow Six operators are very, very enthusiastic architects, and soon enthusiastic architects get shot down. Raiden, he trades it off. Steely goes down first, but then rocks, he gets him soon enough. So 4 versus 4, 3 versus 4 very fast. Rorik actually gets BMS very, very fast after that. So, well, 3 versus 4. And now Bon Voyage, they're still figuring out how to breach into it. This Maverick's still remodeling, but I mean, nothing really coming out of it. They need, okay, you know what? You said entry fragger, fine. They probably need an entry. The blitz is banned. They need something like a blitz, something just runs in. A sledge, man. I mean, I wouldn't hate a sledge. Osa, yeah, why the hell not? Actually, that's actually a pretty good operator. Actually, I would have gone for that. That's a very good operator for them. But yeah, unfortunately,
one of the Candelas getting wasted. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but yeah,
no,
it's getting weighted. Both of the operators going down. That's going to be just a lone player. Oh, it's a really good shot though. 40-second left, but as you know, for diffuse entire objective is on the first floor. That's going to be the side of storage and the control. They have to take control of storage. Could have gotten that kill.
Oh no, that would have been big actually.
Ying, she is going to regret that. She cannot go for plant in this situation. This round is getting in the favor of ITB Academy.
Yeah, this is gone. I mean, Bon Voyage, no matter how many people this guy kills, the timer's just ticking down. He's not on the site. It's going to be ITB. And yet again, the round switches. First, it was Bon Voyage, and now it's ITB. Then the next round, hell, what the hell do you know? It's going to keep back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And we need a switch up of strategy. We need something different. We need some aggression in the right moments. And okay, let's see if they do pick something that is okay. I like the frost. I really like the frost. It's very important to at least stop them in their tracks. Just people keep jumping into barricades very, very willy-nilly. But I'm still not seeing what I want to see from the side of Bon Voyage. They have gotten the twitch. I mean, it's great, but what is it great against? You're gonna shoot a frost trap. You can probably get a Kaid, but
yeah,
what are you going to do? He's probably going to switch it out once he scouts the operators, but they need a roamer very, very badly. And okay, Zofia, I like it. This is a very aggressive operator. And I like that, it's someone's, okay, they're still sticking with the buck. I understand. While they're sticking with the buck bullet, I don't know. They're not really using verticality that much. I don't know why they're so obsessed with the buck. Is it to like create a distraction? Because they're not really doing much with it. They're switching the Brava for the Nomad.
I feel like they wanna push and take the control of the entire what was that? Sorry, the connector and the electrical room. They wanna place the Nomad air jabs towards the side of the connector balcony, trying not let anyone to come from the flanking approach from the lobby stairs. We will see them taking the control of the meeting, then probably connector, trying to open the IT room. Of course, why not? But let's see. But overall, again, for the side of Bon Voyage, I would say the same thing. This is not the Bon Voyage which I have seen in the previous matches, and ITB Academy is just giving them the right kind of competition, which we all as audience wanted it. Not gonna lie though, we did so. I have seen Bon Voyage just popping off kills left, right, and center, just speed running through games very often though. But for now, we will, like I said, they're trying to take the control of the meeting room, trying to push towards the side of connector area, and that's the entire strategy because they have Ying, they have Ace, they have the air jabs coming in from the side of Nomad. Let's see how well they can put up the execution.
I'm excited. I'm really excited because I don't know about this lineup from Bon Voyage, but I'm excited to see it work if it does, because if they do make it work, it'll just be on the back of good pickoffs and good trades. Because gadget-wise and really just strategy-wise, it's very brute force. It's very aggressive. It's run in, and maybe that's what they need, right? They need an entry fragger, and Nomad is it. So Swiss starts it off. Let's see if there's something more here. That Nomad, living up to the potential, as I said. I mean, what the hell? Needed an entry fragger or a roamer. I guess entry fragger does as well. So goes in, shoots the bandit, and now the warden has to really mind this. This shotgun has been lethal in the past, so they have to be very, very careful. He will be minding those angles, very close angles, and I think Bon Voyage knows that. So they this time,
No, no,
oh,
no.
the verticality, it's gonna work. Okay, this time they're really doing what they need to do. And okay, Nomad, a very, very risky peek here. There's a warden, a shorty, right there waiting for it, and the people are backing him down. The flash goes out, but okay, Warden was not wearing the glasses, but the flash is completely blocked. The smoke goes out, and every single person from the side of Bon Voyage, they seem to be dropping down, but no, it's the ITB Academy guys who are gonna be shot down, and Bon Voyage successfully takes every pick off, and soon enough they will make their way into the side. 4 versus 1, and that's
Good
just
one.
a kill round. My God, such a clean round, man. I'm impressed.
After a really long time, though, such a clean round coming in, such a clean execution coming in from the side of Bon Voyage, and kudos to the side of Buck. You were saying, we are not able to see the right kind of utility play, that kind of utilization play from the side of Buck and everybody like who's trying to play with the Demos and everyone from the side of Bon Voyage. This was a good one, though. This was a pretty good one. They got the call. Buck was trying to distract that guy. Buck was trying to take that guy down, take the Warden guy out. If that could have been not the case, if Warden guy was still alive, that could have been really, really bad. I would say overall result coming in for the side Bon Voyage. Of course, Warden has been really, really powerful after the air raid changes have been done. The guy has a shotgun, the guy has glance, can block the smokes and the flashes coming in. So yeah, that's that. But hey, another switch up. Now we are seeing scoreline of 5-5. Might be after reeling down that, my prediction goes on the right side. I did call that this map could have been, going in for the overtime rounds.
You very well may be right, but I don't know. I feel Bon Voyage has found the pulse. They were searching for quite a while, but at the same time, ITB, they've changed up their complete changed up the lineup. I mean, there's a visual, okay, and there's a spawn peek by a Boss J, baby. Rorik, is he gonna look for something here? He has to. Oh, he sees. Oh, he gets it. Oh, does he? No, he misses the shot. That would have been big, actually. My God, that was close. But at the same time, Boss G, man, that's what you need to do. You need to get those spawn peaks and visual. He's so good at it. This operator, it's the aggressive potential you wish you had on attack. But then again, it's on defense and it's as good as attack. And you have to be pretty careful as to who you peek. Your nomads, they're pretty good, but they're not that good versus a visual. And that aggression may be, blowing up in your face when it comes to that. But a Boss G visual, let's see if he gets some long range control here. He's going to be out droning them. The castle wall kind of blocking his approach. He breaks it, moves out. Possible thing going down again. Okay, Rorik gets one more, but Rorik gets picked off. The Boss G, he finds a kill with it, but not what they require. Bon Voyage. They're one man down, and that's the IQ. Quite an important operator to go down, and that means they lack so much information. Already, Visual has shot down most of their cams, most of their drones, that is, and yeah, Bon Voyage. It's more difficult.
A lot of time getting wasted, though. ITB Academy are doing a good job to waste a lot of time of some of these attackers to be a very, very sneaky with the play, be very good with the entire play, trying to just open up the hatches, trying to just come up close towards the basement side. Right now, it's going to be the side of Raiden. Raiden wasn't the objective, so that's going to be a really, really wrong rotation, and that's going to be successful as he takes down the side of Nomad. Nomad jabs to protect them from the overall flank coming in from the west side of the map as well, and that's going to be Akari. One kill down, that's going to be very hard though. They have the side of Ram playing on the control room. They know probably Ram has a little bit of fire. Somebody can peek from the stairs, CC stairs, sorry, cargo stairs, sorry, and that's going to be it. Just one single player left out from the side of Bon Voyage. And if ITB Academy wins up this one, this will be a match point coming up for the side of ITB Academy on the map of Night Haven.
Yeah, and it may be Venoms, but even Venoms is not getting a quad. It's pretty difficult with the amount of smokes going down. With that one very, very pesky cap can. There's a cap can somewhere around here, and he has to maneuver through it to reach the site if he ever wants to get a plant, which I don't think he ever will. It's 18 seconds on the clock. He's not going to have any time, and every single person, it'll break the wall. Oh my God. Ooh. Woo! That was insane, man. This guy's like, hey, I'm sick and tired of this. Break it. And boom, that's it. That's how it ends. That's how everybody's story ends. People are eventually too sick of you and they get rid of you. And yeah, that annoying voice in the corner of your ear, just want to tap it out so you eventually get bug spray or some footwear, some choice footwear, and you kill the bug. And how do you kill the bug? You tear open the thing that he is hiding under and you just smash it. And that's what they did. The Capcan, he tore open that wall.
Castle barricading.
I like it. I really like the gumption, as they say.
Yeah, but this is going to be it, folks. It's going to be the side of ITB Academy to be on the match point. And let me tell you, folks, this is best of one. It's not a best of three. So no more second chances being given away to Sarabon to make the overall points being on their side if they are able to win this entire thing in a best of three. This is going to be a best of one, folks, as you know. But also, for the Sarabon they still have this one round. If they make it to 6-6, we are going to see this particular map of Night Haven Labs. After a really long time, we will see the side of Night Haven Labs going in for an overtime here at the Voltage League Season 4 between the side of Bonvirage and ITB Academy.
He has brought out the Twitch. He's gonna kill a couple of Fenrir with it, I guess. And obviously there's a mirror wall. It's always good to have a Twitch when it comes to that. But the mirror window, my bad, not a mirror wall. I keep calling it walls, but it's a castle barricade and it's a mirror window and whatever the hell other architectural stuff that seems to be the fantasy of every Rainbow Six designer. I just, what I want? An operator that just throws a big bomb and blows everything up. Speaking of blowing everything up by throwing a big bomb, Raiden does it. And he just blows up fire. And that's some start for Bon Voyage to not have, actually. ITB.
I'm pretty surprised why didn't Fire expected that. It's pretty common not going like.
Actually, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because he hasn't been called out on those breaches for such a long time. He's been breaching with that Mav every single round, and nothing happens through that breach. No one shoots him. He doesn't shoot anybody either. So nothing happens.
Like wasting time.
Yeah, he's just wasting time. And that's the thing, right? If fine, you're wasting time. That's great and whatever. But is it really if you're getting shot through your own breach? Not really. So I'm waiting for someone to capitalize. Okay, the Twitch, he gets some value. I like that. Good move in. Couple of things disabled. And now they're trying to move their way inside. Venoms.
What a peak.
One more, but what a consecutive amount of trades. But Venoms, they get the upper ground here. Now, Bon Voyage, they have 3 versus 2. That ace is low. He has the diffuser. So this could be potential disaster for the side of Bon Voyage. Like, for example, if Ace is planting down the diffuser, they wait for the last second and he gets shot and they have to scramble around to go to the diffuser and plant it and in turn lose all their lives and ITB takes the game. Or ITB completely fumbles, run into some place and die like absolute headless chicken. Anything could happen.
Don't waste that C4. Don't waste that C4. You can, both of them can actually use their C4 to deny the plant pretty well, because the T tight spaces at the first floor, especially on towards the side of the storage, can be really valuable. The C4 can be really valuable, and as you can see, is trying to make his way towards the storage window. Now we see the Candela coming and trying to distract everyone from the side of A. That's going to be headshot, and that's going to be Mira to go back, and that's going to be Kaid to take down one more. Buck not having the carrier, not having this the diffuser. 50 seconds left.
Yeah. So 1 versus 2, not unachievable, but yes, it is. ITV takes it. GG 7-5. Okay. I'm not surprised. ITV.
Whoa.
It was a very. I love this skin.
I love this. Yeah, same here. I'm not a very big fan of the skin, but I love the MVP animation. I love it.
But you have to be MVP for that, man. The whole point of buying skins sometimes it means that you get to use the animation, but then you're not that good to be MVP. So it never really comes on the screen. But yeah, you know what? It's time to call again. The horns have to be sounded.
Just
There you
like
go.
magic, I appear on your call. Yep, what a great game to finish us off of here. Like we said, very, very close. But not for the reasons we kind of expected. There was quite a
Yes.
bit more just unexplainable stuff that we just wouldn't ever expect from teams who are, again, second and third in our standing right now. And that's what was kind of really strange about that. Was it just the fact that it is those, really top end teams in the standing right now that just kind of confused both of them? Were they just too used to picking off the easy targets in the group right now that they just, when they went up against a bit of a tougher opponent, they just kind of felt like it kind of hit a wall and they didn't know what to do? Like, what happened there? And that
Uh,
goes for both teams here.
I felt like ITB Academy were just taking a little bit breather for the first 3 or 4 runs. I have to call it. Like I've said, the readaptability to some of the rounds and some of the stats coming from the opponent team is pretty well. The improvisation, trying to readapt to all of the stats, all of the plays coming in from the opponent teams pretty well. But it was very slippery from both the teams. Both the teams somewhere around, especially round number 5, that was in first round when the other team was attacking. Round number 4, even round number 7 was very, very out of the chart. Both the teams there had no idea. And some of the rounds, Nick Chris, when we saw Sledge just trying to make an entry, he was in the nanosuit room, took out the side of Kapkan, took out the other operator as well, but there was no other guy going in for the plant. So there was some really, really slippery ends coming from both sides. But hey, that's that. ITB Academy winning it with a 7-5 scoreline. That is, I would call it another, I would say, ITB Academy just being a little better, 5%, 10% playing on a real right kind of, I would skill, and I would say right kind of stance, which was needed against a team like Bon Voyage.
And well, I mean, in the end, it's someone's
Victory
day
is
always,
matter.
right? Yeah, it's
Yes.
always someone's day. Like, you never really know who's the best, because this could have gone anyway. You could have been right. This could have been
Yes.
overtime. This could have been overtime into a Bon Voyage win. Could be anything. Could have gone both ways, as I said. Some good decisions, some bad decisions, but it's a cumulative, like the summation of all of that, that really becomes the game that is in front of us. And well, without any shield operators, that kind of throws both teams into like this weird place that you don't know what to do. You want to be like, I know,
Yeah.
I'll do this, I'll do that, but then again, nothing really works.
Yeah.
Except what did work was just simple trades. People were in the right position. People shot people. His friend shot the guy who shot his friend, and friend shoots friend. It's biblical. So in the end, what happens is, if this turns out just the way it needs to, this could have been a Counter Strike match instead of a Rainbow Six match, and it would have been no different. Because
Yeah.
no one
I,
cared about
I
gadgets. I mean,
agree.
there was one Twitch that was breaking something, but then again, you broke two mirror windows, and it all devolved into shooting people. So yeah, I like it. It's pure in that way. So they're really depending on the rawest of the raw skill of any FPS, that is just aim and good decision making, good reactions. So well played, and I will say very well played to Bon Voyage too. You guys really gave them a run for their money.
Yes.
Okay, and just like that, we reach the end of another play day right here. At the end of it, our top 3 actually stays exactly the same, given how both Wild Academy won and ITVA won. There's still just 1 point apart. 1 point is all that separates first place and second place. So we have to wait a couple more play days to see exactly who's going to end up first and who's going to end up runner up. Right now, I'd say it's very difficult to tell because both teams have the strengths, but clearly they do have weaknesses that these other teams in the group stage can very much exploit. Who's going to be the best at exploiting those? Only time will tell. That is everything from this stream. Thank you so much for casting out games today, guys. Necris, Bullet, anything you want to say before we go?
Thank you, man. It's always a pleasure to be part of Voltage League. It's always a pleasure to cast alongside Necris. And I would say a major shout out to our production guys, Zan and Timas, being on the Observer and production. Huge shout out to
Great
both of
job,
them for
guys.
making these Voltage League matches possible.
And yeah, it was fun, man. Bullet, my fellow countryman here. So always, it's represent is going to be IT all day, as this. I get to make that joke, I get to make that
Bro,
joke. I
that's-
get to, they're gonna pay us in gift cards. You know that?
bro.
That's a bit on. Yeah.
But hey, it's
So
always fun, It's always fun to cast alongside Necris. It's always, fun to cast some more seeds. I have been a fan of this game since 2015. I'm playing this game since year one, and I love this game so much. So I love to get opportunities when I get to cast Rainbow Six. That's that.
And on that note, we'll see you guys in the next Voltage League Playday. See you guys then.
I must have went blind tonight, cause I swear that you out of sight. Man, I'm so up, I could be a pilot, and I just hope trying to catch a flight. So let me get the digits. I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1 and I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. 'Cause being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. For you. I'm looking for you. For you. Let's get it now. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Be a pilot. Be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat. Let's get it now. Let's get it now.